What is going on, guys? Anger Collections in the house for another video. Alright, so I have a very special video today because I am going to be showcasing my favorite decks. Actually, right now I only have a few left, man. I don't have that much decks. I don't really have time to play anymore. And these are definitely my favorite decks, man. So the first deck over here, boom, we have a pre-modern deck, and this is what they call blue-green madness. As you guys can see, check this out, man. The creatures, wild mongrel, these are the engine aquamoeba, and then you got this the creatures that when you madness, you pay 3, you get arrogant worm, you got basking root walla, very powerful wander over there. Once it's in the graveyard, all your creatures have flying, and then you got some couple control cards here, obviously circular logic, days, and you got foil over here. Look at that, man, very powerful. You can return an island and discard another card from your hand. You can get the counter spell, man, without untapping, without tapping any lands. You get quiet speculation, deep analysis, and then you got the card drawers, the land. You got careful study, frantic search. Gosh, very powerful. So far, this is one of my favorite decks to play, man, and just very cheap too for a pre-modern deck. So yeah, so that is going to be the first deck. Second one, boom, we got you guys seen this one already. I built it perfect. Look at this, modern burn. This is the Boros version. As you guys can see, you got the goblin guides, you got the monastery, swift sphere, roiling vortex, really powerful against the meta because of all of those incarnation cards. And you got the lightning bolts, lava spike, rift bolt, very powerful. And got the searing blaze, skull crack, lightning helix, Boros charm, and then obviously the lands. You gotta have all those sunbaked canyons, inspiring vantage. Very very powerful, man. I must say, for a really cheap burn deck, I mean, it's like 200 250. It's really really powerful, man. So that's that for the modern. So now we go to some of my commander decks. Only I have like two commander decks left, and this is kind of like the I want to say this is my casual. I actually want to power down this deck because I want to actually play some very casual deck for other players. But this is still so powerful, man. And we're talking about Lathril over here. So as you guys can see on the creatures, on the top, I separated a Korean Ranger, Wireward Symbiote. Very, very powerful combo card, Lace, Alana Huntmasters. And then the second row over here, you got all the Lords. Very, very powerful. And then you got the Mana Dorks at the bottom. And then you got a couple Planeswalkers, not so much. That's pretty much all you need. And then underneath the Lathril is pretty much variety of, like, random elf cards. Really just all the elves that you see for the most part on every deck. So I just kind of like stack them up there. For the artifacts, not so much. You got Mana Crypt, Skull Clamp, Staff of Domination, very powerful in this deck if you have infinite mana. And then you got these lands over here, pump the elf lords that pump a lot of mana right here. So you got a couple of them right there. And then couple sorcery, not so much. There's a couple instants as well. Really just the cards that you need. And then got the lands underneath. You got the basics, man, all the black green spells, and then the fetch lands. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this Lathril. Like I said, I really want to power down this deck because it's still very powerful, man. As far as for Lathril, it's still very, very, very powerful, even though, like, you want to power down. There's no Crater Hoof. There's missing, like, Allosaurus Shepherd. So yeah, so that's that for my Lathril deck. So now for the next one, this is probably my most favorite build of somewhat like a CDH level deck, and this is my mono green Yisan Wonder Bar. Look at that. So I kind of separated all of them. You got on the top, the combo. If you have the infinite mana, Tamur Sabertooth, and you can just like, return creature, and then you can just bounce it back and forth. So yeah, infinite mana, man. And you got a couple enchantments over here. You got Survival of the Fittest, really just a fast mana, man. Really, really powerful. You got Sylvan Library. And the bottom, fast artifact, you got Mox Diamond, Mana Crypt, Jeweled Lotus, Chrome Mox, like Soul Ring at the end. And then you got at the bottom right here, you got Real Force. If you have a lot of creatures, man, you draw a lot of cards. And then you got Craterhoof Behemoth at the top, kind of like a finisher right here, Finale Devastation. Kind of like search spells right there, a couple of sorceries. And then you got the Mana Dorks underneath. Delighted Halfling is probably the new addition in this deck. And then up the top, you got like the instants right there. Really just a few, Crop Rotation, Force of Vigor. Really a hand-picked instance on this deck. And then you got a couple tutors, creature tutors right here. Woodland Bellower, Fearsome Path. Sylvan Tutor, you got, Worldly Tutors, things like that. So, yeah. And then the Allosaurus Shepherd right here, this is a stack of, like I said, it's the same thing. I don't want to show everything, I got like a secret tech over there. No, I'm just kidding. So it's a stack of like, the usual green cards that you see in any mono green elf deck, things like that. So I just stacked it there. I just want to showcase, the key cards. And then at the bottom, you guys can see all the lands, Gaia's Cradle, Gemstone, Cavern, Boseiju, Ancient Tomb, Yavimaya Hollow, Nykthos, Deserted Temple. Really, really powerful in this deck, man. And you got the fetch land. So that is going to be it for the Yisan. So what do you guys think? It's good. So we're going to enter now in probably one of the two best decks that, it's kind of like brings back memories, very nostalgic deck. So the first one is going to be my mono black, I want to say aggro control. So you guys can see this is, very, very powerful as far as mono black, man. So you got a stack of swamps on top. You got all the creatures on the second row right here. Sengir Vampire, beautiful, unlimited. And then the Juggernaut over here, I kind of went for the creature version of this, but I can easily just replace it with this Disrupting Scepter and 2 Terrors. But for now, I can just sideboard those. But right now I went for the creature version, kind of like a half and half aggro control. And you got the beautiful unlimited hippies right there. And then the lands on top, you got Urborgs, Trip Mines, Maze of Ith, and then 4 seasons, man. Look at that, Mishra's Factory. And then you got beautiful unlimited Icy Manipulator, Nev's Disc. You got beautiful unlimited Soul Ring right there. And then the 2 unlimiteds right here, Demonic Tutor, Mind Twist. You got Dark Ritual. And then you got to have Sinkhole and Hymn to Thorak, man. It's not like mono black if there's no hymns and no Sinkhole. So that is, that's going to be a very simple, very straightforward mono black deck. So what do you guys think? It's ready for tournament. All right, so the last deck is, I'm pretty sure some of you guys have seen this, but I kind of edited and upgraded this deck, and this is going to be my absolute favorite deck of all. And this is the Bant Armageddon. So as you guys can see, I mean, this thing is like loaded with everything, man. On the top, you got, a couple basic lands, Strip Mines, City of Brass. You got the libraries, and then you got all the dual lands that I need, 3 of each for the band colors. On the second level, you got the Urnums. You gotta have Urnums, man. Sylvan Library, and my 4 Alpha Landwar Elves. Look at that, man, beautiful. And you got the Birds of Paradise, Balance, Swords to Plowshares. And the most important card in 93-94, there you go. You gotta have 4 Disenchant, and then 2 Armageddon. And then on the bottom, you got Psionic Blast, and then you got 4 Serendibs. You got beautiful 2 Gem Daystone, unlimited. And you got my Beta Soul Ring right there. You got Chaos Orb, and then obviously you gotta have the Power 9, man. That's just like the you know, that just makes the deck so powerful, man. So yeah, that's gonna be it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So yep, if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss any video. And with that, anger out, boys. Peace.